Alright people, this is Brad the Lad back again with another video, and I have a treat for you installed today. So, videos are going to be coming back. I've had a long break, 6 months. And I'm going to share you my Premier League table predictions. Now, some of them you're going to be shocked, some of them you will probably not like me very much for, but it's how I think the season will go. Does it mean I'll get it right? No. I only got 2 teams spot on last season, Southampton and Aston Villa. So, yeah, we're going to go this season, and maybe we'll see how wrong I am. So, let's get straight into it. So, bottom of the league, I think will be West Brom. West Brom have come back up to the Premier League after a 2-year departure. They finished in the second place, which is the final automatic place for promotion. And for me, West Bromwich Albion are going to be relegated. I mean, for me, they've got a lot of young players, a lot inexperienced. But they're a bit like Norwich in a way. I do think they've got some sort of experienced players. Charlie Austin is going to be the man up front, but he's in his mid-30s, and I thought, he's going to be retiring soon, and you've got to invest more in the squad. So I think West Bromwich Albion are going to be relegated because of their lack of funding. In 19th place, I'm going to say Sheffield United. Second season syndrome could be a factor. I don't know if it's a thing or not, but sometimes when you do so well on the first season, the second season might not go as well. It's happened before to some teams as well. It's happened to teams like Hull City on 2 occasions. But yeah, I'm not too sure about if Sheffield United will be as good as they were last year. And for me, I think they will finish 19th place. They're buying 2 goalkeepers. Wes Fotheringham from Rangers is a veteran keeper, and Aaron Ramsdale from Bournemouth. So I think Sheffield United will finish 19th in the Premier League. If they want to invest on outfield players, maybe that is something they could look at. In 18th place, this is a big shocker, but I'm going to go for Burnley. Now, I'm going for Burnley because, for me, I think there's always one shock team that will, surprise you about how poor they've been. Like Bournemouth last season. Nobody expected Bournemouth to go down. Because they've been in the Premier League for so long, you'd think, 13th or 14th, they'll finish mid-table. Won't really threaten the top or threaten the bottom, but I think this year it could be Burnley who go down. They've done absolutely brilliantly under Sean Dyche. They've been pushing for European places. They did actually achieve Europe a couple of years back, but for me, I think Burnley could go down this season. I think they could be the surprise team to fail this year. In 17th place, I'm going to go for Fulham. Yeah, I remember the last time I did a Premier League prediction table. It wasn't on YouTube. I didn't have a YouTube channel back then. But I predicted Fulham to finish quite highly. I think I said that they'd finish 12th or something like that. So, yeah, and I've done that with Norwich as well. And then they both ended up being relegated. And for me, I think that Fulham have a good squad. They would have learnt from their mistakes from the last time they were in the Premier League. Scott Parker has said that himself also, but I like Cavallero. Sorry, need to keep clearing my chest. Anthony Knockaert, who also helped Fulham get promoted. They've signed permanently. I think they will help Alexander Mitrovic up front. They've got Mario Lemina in the midfield. He's a good player. And they've got Anthony Robinson as well. He's a new left back from Wigan. What is he going to bring to the team? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think I'm really happy Fulham are back in the Premier League. I like the stadium. Craven Cottage is a very unique kind of ground. I like it a lot, and yeah, I think it is going to be a fantastic. I think it's going to be a. I think Fulham will just about survive. I think they'll be in a relegation battle, but I think they will survive. In 16th place, I'm going to go for Aston Villa. They finished 17th after a 1-1 draw with West Ham on the last day, and due to Bournemouth still winning the game against Everton, Bournemouth went down. Villa did get a bit of fortune in a game last season against Sheffield United, where the game finished 0-0. But Sheffield United should have had a goal, but goal line technology wasn't working at Villa Park. So, Aston Villa, for me, I think obviously they've got they've signed Matty Cash. I do think they're going to need a lot of help as well from more of their goal scorers. They're going to need a lot more. They're going to still need to have that defensive improvement that they had towards the end of last season. So I'm going to say Aston Villa to finish 16th. In 15th place, I'm going to go for Brighton. I mean, Brighton, they were reasonably comfortable, weren't they? I mean, some people said, I do fear for them a bit. They don't score a lot. They're a creative team. They're a well-coached team, but I don't think they're going to be in under any danger, and I don't think they're going to threaten the top half. So I think Brighton are going to finish 15th. In 14th place, I'm going to go for West Ham. David Moyes is an experienced manager. They've got some good players in their team, but I do believe that West Ham United, will have cause problems. I think they'll be very. I don't know. I think it'll just be same old for West Ham. I mean, again, people hype them up a bit and say, they look really good. Even myself, they look like they're going to really threaten the top six, but they never did. And I think I don't really like the owners. I just think they're crap. I think they make crap decisions and make crap transfers. So I think West Ham United are going to finish 14th. They're always going to be safe, West Ham. I mean, no matter how bad things get, they always manage to turn it around in the end. I think it'll be that kind of season again. 13th place, I'm going to go for Steve Bruce's Newcastle United. Newcastle did quite well under Steve Bruce last season. They managed to stay in the Premier League. I said last season that Newcastle would go down. Oh yeah, there's a rubbish bag from Palm Stretch. How weird is that? Anyway, as I was saying, they've got got good players. They signed Jeff Hendrick from Burnley, who didn't want to renew his contract. Really don't know why that is. He's a good player, and I think he will do well at Newcastle. They had some good moments. They beat Man United, they beat Chelsea, they held Man City to a draw, they beat Spurs. Newcastle had some good results. I think it could be but I don't think again they're gonna have a great season. But there you go. In 12th place, I'm gonna go with the newly promoted Leeds United. Now, I hope this isn't a curse, because I said Fulham to finish 12th. I've said Norwich to finish 12th, and now I'm going for Leeds. I did think maybe they'd get top 10, but I thought because they're a newly promoted team, maybe not. But Rodrigo is the new signing at Leeds United. He's going to be the front man. I think he's going to be the man Leeds are going to rely on for the goals. I think they're going to be a creative team. I think they're going to be an entertaining team to watch. I think Marcelo Bielsa is a very, very good manager. He's one of the best managers worldwide. Before I went to Leeds, I've never actually heard of him. He's managed in the World Cup. I think he will be a success at Leeds United. Will continue to be a success. He already is a success. And I think Leeds will finish 12th. I think it'll be a good finish for them. In 11th place, I'm going to go with Ralph Hasenhüttl's Southampton. I think the Saints, in in years to come, I think they will manage to be one of those top teams again, like they were under Ronald Koeman. I do think Danny Ings, I think he will continue where he left off last year, where he was scoring lots of goals. Don't know if he'll win the Golden Boot. I don't know if he'll be a contender for it, but I do think he will get a lot of goals for Southampton. And I think he is one player to look out for this season. And I do think that Southampton will get 11th place. I think they've got some fantastic players in the team. They did lose Højbjerg. They've got Walker Peters on a permanent deal as well. From Spurs, they've also signed Malasu, a defender, but I do think they need to spend more money. But I like Ward-Prowse, I like Redmond, I like Armstrong. I think they've got some really good players at Southampton, so I think they will finish 11th place. In 10th place, I'm going to go for Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace are always that mediocre club that are in about 13th, 14th position. Never trouble in the top, never trouble in the bottom, never really in any relegation danger, although sometimes people do think that they are. Palace are fine for me. I mean, Roy Hodgson, he does play boring football, really, really does. I think he will leave Crystal Palace come end of the season. I think he should retire come end of the year. He's had such a long career. It's unbelievable. But I like Eberechi Eze. I don't know where Wilfried Zaha is going to go. I mean, nobody's really putting a bid for him. I know he wants to leave Palace. I think he'll just try to see it out. Jordan Ayew is a good player as well. I think, he's chipped in with a good few goals from last season. And Palace do like to surprise teams, especially away from home. They beat Man United away from home. That's our first game of the season, actually. I hope that doesn't happen again. Also, we've got, they managed to get a draw at Man City, a draw at Arsenal. Actually drew with Arsenal twice. Drew with Spurs. They're a good team. Crystal Palace. I think Eberechi Eze is a really good player. I like Townsend as well. They've got a lot of pace in the team. They just need to play more exciting football. I did see a video. Somebody said that Eddie Howe would be a perfect manager for Crystal Palace, and I agree with that thoroughly. I really, really do. I think it's Eddie Howe's kind of players. It's kind of players who would suit his style. I don't think the Palace players suit Roy Hodgson's style, if I'm brutally honest. So I'm going to say Crystal Palace to finish 10th. I think Eze will be a really good signing. In 9th place, I'm going to go for Leicester City, who finished 5th in the Premier League last season. I don't think they'll be as good as they were last season. They will be in the Europa League. Of course, they missed out on Champions League football, but I think Leicester City will finish 9th. They've signed a new left-back after losing Ben Chilwell. Castagne from Atalanta has come in. He's a left midfielder and he's a left-back as well. So he will be coming in. But yeah, I think Leicester have got a decent squad, but I don't think they'll get Europe this year. In 8th place, I'm going to go for Wolverhampton Wanderers. This is a bit of a controversial one, but for me, I think the fact that Wolves reached the quarterfinals of the Europa League, and they're going to have to play a lot more games as well. On top of that, I think that's going to be really difficult for Wolves. The fact that they're going to have to play Champions League, Europa League playoffs and all that stuff again. Yeah, I really, really don't know. Oops, crap. My bad. I just try to shift it away from the bag. But yeah, anyway, I do think they've got a great squad, and they could prove me wrong. Definitely could prove me wrong. But I think the amount of games and the players have been really, really tired, and the fact that Matt Doherty's gone, I think that's going to play a bit of trouble on Wolves' mind a little bit, and I think they will miss out on Europe. So sorry, Wolves fans, I'm going to go for Wolves to finish 8th place this season. In 7th place, I'm going to go for Arsenal. They've won the FA Cup, they've won the Community Shield. I think there is a lot more success to come, but I just don't think they're there yet. Really. They signed Willian, they signed Gabriel, the centre-back. Not Gabriel Paulista, by the way, don't worry, he hasn't come back to Arsenal. But I do think that they will get Europe. I don't know if they're going to win the Europa League, but I don't know what's going to happen really. It's a tough one, but I do think Arsenal will get 7th place this time round, and I do think they'll win a trophy. In 6th place, I'm going to go for Everton. Everton, at the moment, they are going to be the surprise package of the season. Carlo Ancelotti is a world-class manager. He's going to bring in James Rodriguez, who's very close to signing for the club. They signed Alan as well. I really hope Everton do well. I like Everton. I've got a lot of respect for their supporters. I think it's about time that they win some trophies, maybe. I'm going to show you another thing later that I'm also predicting. But yeah, I really like what Everton have done. I think Carlo Ancelotti, with his players, with his squad, is going to make Everton a successful club this season. So I'm going to go Everton to finish 6th place. 5th place, I'm going to go for Spurs. Jose Mourinho's first full season as a manager. I do think that Tottenham will put up a good fight for top 4, but I don't think they'll have enough. I think Doherty is a great signing for Tottenham. I like Højbjerg as well. I think he's an aggressive midfielder. He looks like he's a very angry kind of guy, to be honest. I think I think he might get a red card or 2 next season. Hopefully Harry Kane can find his goal scoring best, where he used to score so many goals, like in 2017. I think Son. I think he could be a player Jose can get the best out of this season as well. Last season was the season to forget, but I think Spurs might be on the right track to get back to getting back into the Champions League. 4th place, I'm going to go with my team, Manchester United. Look, I'm very, very happy with how we've been playing. With Pogba and Martial and Rashford, we're all getting the best out of these players. Bruno Fernandes, of course, came in January. He was a big turnaround for the club. Also, Manchester United signed Donny van de Beek from Ajax for £35 million. A really fantastic transfer for us. Jadon Sancho, some people are still confident that's going to happen. I'm not too confident, in my opinion. I'd love it to happen, but I don't think it is going to happen. We'll wait and see. But yeah, I think we've got such a big squad, and I think we're not having to rely on Marcus Rashford to get goals for us now and again. I think we will score a lot more this season coming, and I do think we'll have enough to finish in the Champions League. So Manchester United to finish 4th. In 3rd place, I'm going to go for Man City. I think they will be in the title race for a while, but I think the Champions League is going to be their aim once again. I mean, they won back-to-back Premier League titles. The Champions League is the trophy City want to win. It's the title that City have been waiting for years and years, and Pep was supposed to come in and win the Champions League. People would have expected him to do it already every season, but he hasn't yet. And this is going to be a big, big learning curve for them. And I think, people saying Liverpool and City are going to win the league. City is everybody's favourite, but I don't think it's going to happen again this season. I don't think it will. I think City are going to get 3rd place. In 2nd place, I'm going to go for the champions, Liverpool. I think Liverpool, again, after the title was confirmed, they didn't play really well. They lost 4-0 away at Man City. They were a bit inconsistent. They were dropping points quite a lot. So yeah, I'm not too sure whether they're going to do as well this year. They lost in the Community Shield, which is disappointing as well. But yeah, I'm not too sure whether Liverpool are going to do that well this year. So I'm going to say Liverpool to finish second place. I think it will be a tight title race, but I think they will miss out between the top two. And in first place, I am going with Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Yes, I'm going for Chelsea. They have made some big signings. Last year, I predicted Chelsea finish 9th. They finished 4th. They have got some brilliant talent coming in. I mean, Ziyech, Havertz, Werner, Thiago Silva, Malanga Sarr, Ben Chilwell. You know, they've signed so many great players, and I think that's 6 transfers they've made now. So yeah, Chelsea is going to be a really, really difficult team to play against next season, and I think it will be a Chelsea-Liverpool title race this season. And I think Chelsea will come on top. Right, Carabao Cup winners. My Carabao Cup winners are Arsenal. I don't know who will play in the final, but I think Arsenal win it. The FA Cup winners for me are going to be Manchester United. The Champions League winners are going to be Manchester City. They are finally going to win the Champions League for me this year. Europa League, I'm going to go for Spurs. I'm going to say that they are going to get into the Champions League regardless of if they finish 5th or not. I think they're going to win the Europa League. The Golden Boot winner and the PFA Player of the Year is Timo Werner. Manager of the season is Frank Lampard. The surprise package for the season is going to be Everton. The Ballon d'Or winner is going to be Kylian Mbappe. The PFA Young Player of the Year is going to be Mason Greenwood. The Golden Glove winner is going to be Hugo Lloris. Manager of the season is going to be Frank Lampard. And the first sacking of the season is going to be Scott Parker. Sorry, Scott Parker. Nothing against you, mate. Playmaker of the season is going to be Kevin De Bruyne. So thank you guys for watching. Have a lovely day. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you all soon.